This woman was killed by a monster, and her body was also taken over by it. The man had the same fate. He was pierced through the heart by a monster and collapsed on the ground. Just as he was about to die, his right hand suddenly transformed into a heart. He then shoved the heart back into the hole in his chest. His right hand continued to stretch out, reaching the kitchen, where it grabbed some sugar and drinking water. He consumed both of them. By the next morning, Shinichi, who had been killed by his mother, was somehow resurrected. Shinichi stood in front of the mirror, staring at his chest, which now bore a healing scar. Suddenly, memories of the previous night came flooding back, along with the painful recollections.
夢じゃなかったのか。
Just then, the phone at Shinichi's house rang. It was a staff member from the hospital, informing Shinichi that his father was in a coma, but his life was not in danger. Shinichi, now aware, immediately rushed to the hospital. But as Shinichi stepped out of the house, he encountered Satomi, who had come to visit him. Satomi was the girl Shinichi liked, and now she was standing right in front of him. Satomi had always been Shinichi's warmth, but Shinichi carried too many unspeakable pains. He was no longer the same person, and he was likely to face more danger. Shinichi simply told Satomi about his father's condition, and after saying that, he turned and walked away. Shinichi had already resigned himself to death. He felt that his indifference was the best way to protect and say goodbye to Satomi. Satomi shouted Shinichi's name. Shinichi stopped, turned, and looked at her. Satomi asked if Shinichi would come back. Shinichi didn't answer. He turned and walked away, swearing that he would kill the monster. Meanwhile, Shinichi's father was under investigation by the police. He believed his wife had been killed by the monster, but the surveillance footage showed that not only was she alive, but she was also actively searching for his whereabouts. Despite the father insisting that what he saw was real, the doctor suggested it was a hallucination caused by brain damage. With the help of a route, Shinichi arrived at the hospital. It was only in front of his father that Shinichi could lower his guard. He released the suppressed emotions like a child. But what puzzled him was that even though his heart was filled with pain and sorrow, not a single tear fell. In contrast to Shinichi's emotional turmoil, his father remained remarkably calm. He had accepted the doctor's explanation, believing that the monster killing people was just a hallucination from his injury. He believed his wife was still alive. But Shinichi couldn't accept this. His mother had clearly been killed, yet his father acted as if nothing had happened. Shinichi told his father that the mother he had killed was really dead, but his father still insisted it was just a hallucination. However, when he lowered his head, tears started to fall. He knew better than anyone what had really happened, but if possible, he would rather believe he was going insane than accept the fact that his wife was dead. Shinichi understood his father's thoughts. He composed himself, trying to appear calm, but his heart was far from calm. He knew that the parasite inhabiting his mother's body would come after his father again, so Shinichi decided to lie in wait near the hospital, waiting for the right moment to strike. He was determined to personally kill the monster that had taken over his mother's body. That night, Mijai delivered some bad news to Shinichi. In order to save Shinichi, Mijai had been detached from his right hand for a long time, draining his strength. As a result, he developed a weakness that no other parasite had. From now on, every day, Mijai would fall into a deep sleep for 3 hours. If Shinichi encountered another parasite during this time, he would be completely defenseless. Mijai hadn't wanted to reveal this weakness, as they were natural enemies, different species.